Yeah, quiet to start off the playoffs here. About to get loud. Zinho waits in Palace. A push now coming in. Sapias down in the jungle fight. Techno's going to come out on top of it. Zinho dropping heavy guard. Mob's doing what he can here from default, but Zinho removing him and doubling up here for the Mongols. It's going to be Hunter and Mattis with a recovery mission, and it's going to be a long way off getting involved in this one. The Mongols should be closing this pistol with ease.
Yeah, very tough retake for Hunter and Mattis. Mattis has Kevlar, so you wonder if maybe he'll just even try to save this. No smoke, no kit. Hunter finds 9-10 though.
Yeah, he's getting ever closer. Time ticking on it. A 3v2. One in jungle, one out in the bottom of connector. And yeah, time is starting to tick to the point where you can't win this round anymore if you don't defuse right now. Mattis with headshots, out of time though, RG2. And now they're just looking for the kills on the way out the door. So at least dropping it down to a 1v1. Hunter's going to try and run away from this. And we've got the pistol round going the way of the Mongols.
To the side of the Mongols and immediate force buy from G2.
9-10, double headshot coming in, some Pius and Mobs both going down now. 4v3 to kick things off. So this force buy certainly has a chance of being messy, but it has to be Hunter to step up, and unfortunately, he's going to be caught out from short. So Techno cutting out the defenses, and Mattis and Heavy God with no real opportunity here to get involved in the round. So it's going to be Mongols 2-0 up. A little bit more focused and sharp on the T side. We've seen some quieter Mirages on the T side early from Mongols throughout the group stages. I'll be happy about a good start here. They're removing everything from G2's hands as well. Absolutely no mercy from the methodical Mongols. And that'll be a 2-0 lead.
That's the benefit of playing together for so long, right? You probably...
Second wave of utility in mid thrown out by the Mongols. Zinho, first fight. Gonna be up against Heavy God, who waits on the top of the wood here at Palace.
Not going to be caught off guard, Zinho, and we see Blitz go into the window room. It's going to be a fight maybe soon between him and Hunter.
Mobs, there's the first and the second dink coming in. It's going to be Heavy God firing back at least. So 4v3 here for G2, and all the damage done to Senzu has really cut apart the split potential. The bomb is dropped at bottom con, and the Mongols are just letting Blitz be the maneuver, to be their last-ditch effort to come through. But look at Senpai starting to finally backtrack, but he's going to run right into him, and Blitz is going to win that kill at CT. And so now you can start to think about getting back into the round. But the problem is, with that bomb down, it's all about patience for Senzu, and he has played this perfectly. He has ducked his head down at the perfect time. Matt is going to be cast out, but Hunter up against Blitz. A battle of the in-game leaders early on here in the playoffs in Belgrade, and that bomb waits inside of Khan. Blitz has got to go and try and get it. And Hunter has the angle, but Blitz just runs right into him and snaps off his head.
Sneaks through the defense, finds some Pius completely unsuspecting, and then that huge clutch in the end against Hunter had him booked on top of that railing.
Yeah, it all started looking like it was going to fall apart.
But Mongols not really utilizing it in this round.
No, they're going to be setting up for a direct hit in towards the A bomb site for a finish here. G2 are gathering the information that there's no presence in middle. Has to be a site hit coming in real soon. But are they going to be positioned and organized enough? Look at the Mongols. They're walking into an A site that's disorganized at the moment. They're quite far away from position, and now Sampais is just arriving back to ticket, and there's the shot on the AWP. So 9-10 is down. You've got 2 opening kills. Make it 3 as Sampais with another one. So unless there's something miraculous in a 1v5 here for Senzu, G2 finally have their first round win, and they'll do it with all 5 players staying up.
React with a fast A play, but Sampais gets back just in time to find a couple of more kills. He's a guy that's
5-0 down. Really, and this is proactive here from G2. 2 players pushing down through the ramp, but the Mongols again keeping it direct. They're going towards the B bomb site early on here. Sampais is going to block them. He's not going to take the kill. He has to retreat a little bit further back to the bomb site. And look how far away all the support is here for Sampais. If they execute right now, he better deliver some damage, and he'll hit the leg shot on Techno, but he won't drop him. Then they drop back, Hunter comes to help him, and now G2 are just charging back in, not allowing Mongols to comfortably plant that bomb. And because of how proactive they were at the start of the round, Heavy God's already on the B apartments flank. Blitz is doing what he can, but remember, Heavy God coming through apartments this early, they're not going to be ready for this. They're not going to predict this move. And Heavy God should be able to get some damage done, but Senzu turned back. He looked up to the apps, and Heavy God walks into the open, and Senzu is just slicing G2 open. It's Hunter left, 1v2 recovery, and Senzu will deny them everything. gonna be Blitz into the bottom con. Touching the solid smoke, they run right by Blitz! Oh, not exactly this solid transfer, but some damage onto the second player, and at least the opening move. So MLB's able to stabilize here for G2. A 4v4 off the back of the initial fights. There's still a lot of time left. But look at this, Mzinho. The timing couldn't have been better for him. MLB's is looking towards Palace, and then he just moved off. And Mzinho, he believes there's a gap here, and he's going to utilize it for his team. They're starting to move the bomb towards B, but he's clearing out towards the A bomb site. He's not seeing too much presence, and then spots out MLB's and Con. And now it's going to be panic for G2 as they realize a player's infiltrated the A bomb site. And Mzinho's keeping Mattis busy, and that bomb is still going towards B.
Some passes in position though.
Yeah, he's still not buying it. He stayed. There's no reason for him to rotate off. Mzinho, he's trying to stay alive and maintain control of the A bomb site long enough for his teammates to rotate over. And Mzinho is a little monster. He's got himself a 3K. It was Senzu in the last round's individual heroics that pulled them through a round win. And now it's Mzinho solo walking into the A bomb site via Palace, getting a triple kill and winning the round for the Mongols.
I like how the Mongols were thinking, all right, they'll have to react to Mzinho, so let's just try and get out into B, and then he gets one more kill, and you're thinking, hey, he just keeps killing him. Maybe let's go back and link up with this guy.
Yeah, it was working far too well for him.
No fault of his own, just ends up being the opening death. Mzinho knows that's the A anchor, so that's why he's more aggressive on the apps push. Finds great space, hits good timing on Malps, who was sort of watching.
He's going to play with MLB's. He's just transitioning between stairs and connector quite actively. The Mongols don't mind slowing down and just going into this default spread.
Yeah, absolutely. They understand now with this core line, the pressure is a little bit on G2 and...
Dude, he gets away with the dink and then Senzu still comes out on top.
Right, and that's why they're defaulting. They want to see, okay, are they going to try and do something crazy? So far, it's just been a little bit of a mid-challenge. Hunter finds 9-10 and equalizes score in this round, 4v4. They're going to go for more.
It's going to be a pick for Heavy God. Hunter's all the way at top middle. Senzu falls. The Mongols now a player down with a 3v4 ahead of them. They've got Mzinho out top middle. Blitz just sending the util out to the B bomb site window now, but he's going to go mid and join with Mzinho. They're going to try and split this B bomb site. 2 through short, 1 through apps, and a techno. Getting onto the chair. Mattis aware of this maneuver, but he's not going to be spotting him just yet. Blitz is going to come through. Heavy got down, then Mzinho swings him with nades in his hands, and Techno walking through the smoke in the apartments. Mattis was completely ready for that play, and Blitz unable to clutch this time. So a second round for G2. MLB's loses a load of his health. It's going to be a decent start here for the Mongols, especially with Mzinho just swinging into the Palace fight, and Heavy God goes down. You see Mzinho rapidly communicating, and he's going to start dropping back all the way through T-spawn. So he's done his job. Over towards A. He'll now play towards the ramp just to make sure they don't push towards that area instead. And we've got Senzu heading out towards top middle to join with the rest of the pack.
You see G2 grouping up, looking like they maybe want to clear mid here.
Hunter, unfortunately for him, he's been cleared. Blitz just takes him off the top of the boost. No, there's likely a second player who boosted him, still close by. Just send the utility and make sure Mattis can't swing and try and combine with his teammates. Senpai's going to be uncomfortable as that smoke's still up in his face, but that's an important frag from Mattis. Trying to pull G2 back into this round with 49 seconds left. The connector fight goes down, but it's MLB's unable to win it. Mattis doing everything he can to keep his team in this. 40 seconds on the clock. Senpai's plays at jungle. Little gap. Missed shot. 9-10 drops him. Goes for the follow-up, and this time will miss. So if there is to be a round victory for G2, it's going to be Mattis with the ace clutch in the 1v3. It's going to play towards Ticket. But Senzu and Mzinho have been so sharp to kick off this map, and they are unlikely to allow Mattis the opportunity to win this. He has no smoke to create pressure onto the defuse. He has a chance to isolate the fight on Senzu, but he can't find the angle, and Senzu will topple him.
Not being able to do too much. Mattis and Hunter on short when they went for it didn't work out, and they're going to go for another aggressive push on mid.
Yeah, MLB's running up to his top mid. Senzu's going to trade it out. Blitz on the follow-up kill, and here go Mongols yet again, getting themselves into a man advantage situation. There's only one player left on B. And there's so much time left here for Mongols to win this round at a 4v3 situation. So they hit the pause button.
just one more time, G2 can't quite finish the kill, right? You can see Senzu is on 5 HP. So they have all these different moves they're going for. They're trying to make up for some of the individual deficiencies so far in this game. But very little can help you if you can't find the kills.
Techno seen a little bit of Sampaius, and he's so ready. It's insane. Sampaius has no time to even move off the angle. Techno tracks him through a pixel spotted. And now Heavy God on the other side of the map gets pushed out from the A contingent, who had the bomb the entire time. They didn't even really have to play the objective in that round. They was just off the back of some face hit pucks right into this.
Yeah, whatever they did, it's working so well. A 9-10, another opening kill. Get traded by Sampaius. So another 4v4. Ooh, if Senzu picks a little bit too early, so he eats his teammates' flash.
Last round of the half. And G2, a player up to try and convert on this third round victory. Mongols keeping it slow. Zinho walking up through short. Looking to try and finish on this B bomb site. It's going to be Mattis on the follow-up. Sampaius should get a chance for one, and he will. So now it will be a third round for G2. It's a 4K for Sampaius at the end of the round. And I mean, we're looking at the rounds that G2 won. They won pretty convincingly. It was like, well, Techno up into the apartments. We'll see if G2 can pull this one back in the second half. And they're getting ready to go. It's going to be a gathering of forces outside of the B-bomb site. 2 going down towards the underpass. But 3 as a pack starting to make their way up towards the pistols of Senzu and Techno, trying to break through the initial wave of defense. It's Sampaius. 5 kills in 2 rounds from him so far. They're going to see if he can follow that up, but he won't. Is Senzu with no silencer. It goes loud and proud on the double. It's Hunter and Heavy God back with a couple of their own. And G2 still a player up, but Mzinho could spoil the party. MLBB dead. Heavy God and Hunter with a 2v2 trying to get into the B-bomb site. Where has Blitz gotten off to? And now they'll know. Now they see him. But can Blitz still step up? He's clean on the first headshot, and damage done to Hunter. And with how low he is, Hunter not able to get the job done as Mzinho repositioned to short. And the Mongols take the pistol and they head to double figures.
And G2 down 10-3.
Oh, it's not,
have to force.
It's not a great force by either, right? There's no bomb plant to secure the rifles. We're now looking at just Tech9's P250 Deagle. And they're going to try and hit the B-bomb site. So Yuto's going to go in. Mattis is going to charge out into the site, dropping through the window. But Senzu puts a stop to it. Techno not able to get anything done. So a chance all of a sudden, because we talk about that. We know MLBB's Deagle's going to at least have one moment in the map. And here it is. 2 quick kills entering the B-bomb site. And we'll see if G2 can hold on to this. As MLBB's is looking for a third. 9-10. Comes back out from market. Hunter's gone down to Mzinho. First step back into this for the Mongols, still keeping the pressure up. They're helping to smoke right now, but 9-10 starting to think about moving forward, but the time is ticking, and they've got no kits employing the 3 remaining players, so I think they realize now, no shot at winning this round. G2 have taken it, and it's going to be the MLBB's double deeg getting into that B-bomb site and getting G2 an essential round win. They're still going to lose all the players, they're still going to lose everything, but round wins are essential right now for them. Great. A real shot to shatter the money here late into the game for the Mongols and take map point. Hunter's dead first. Gonna be a peek out from Blitz at the window, just peering down, removing the in-game leader from the other side.
I don't know if that was a missed smoke from G2 or just wasn't expecting Blitz to be in such an aggressive position, but it cost him his life. And now we see G2 group up towards B. MLBB's on the lurk in middle.
Here comes Mattis. It's going to be MLBB's. Another important kill towards this B-bomb selling towards Techno. Senzu's only got a deagle, no rifle in his hands, no shots landing either for Senzu. Desperately trying to get opportunities. Here comes 9-10 to try and sweep it up, but he gets taken out after Mattis just sends a couple of bullets towards his head. But Mzinho marching back into this for the Mongols. Blitz trying to play with him. Unfortunately for the Mongols, Both players have taken significant damage on board. Blitz more so. And that means Mzinho has more pressure on his shoulder. Oh my god, Sampais has to recover that one. And he does so. Another successful round for G2 towards the B-bomb site. And it's a 5th round as they're halfway there to tying up the scoreline.
MLBB was completely left to his own devices in mid. They had no information that the player could be up cat, so one of the B defenders gets caught completely off guard by that. And
we got G2 with 4 players ready to go into the A-bomb site. Hunter's going to join, and there'll be 5. And they're ready to go for a direct hit to challenge in this gun round to start off the second half. Heavy God about to push out a Palace. Mzinho to defend it. He's got 9-10 out in the ticket box. There's the swing, and Mzinho does well to get one, but an important trade from MLBB, followed up by 9-10. And he's just going to go through. Look at the confidence for 9-10. Through the smoke at CT. Mattis removed. Hunter over the top of the stairs, trying to create space here for G2. Can he grab the kill on Blitz? Yes, he will. And so G2 with a 2v3 off the back of Hunter's play, but he cannot follow up. And so does Sampais left alone, 1v3 as the Spaniard looks to step forward. And we've got Techno ready to stop him. So the Mongols come through with the first gun round win here of the second half. And that Molston's Deagle, so who knows? Everybody else on their weapon of choice. And Sampais is going to make it work off the top of the boost straight away.
huge opening kill from G2. Let's see if they can convert the 5v4. Mongols grouping up towards mid. We're gonna have a fight here. But Bomb is B with Heavy God and Mattis. They'll be able to react and probably still get it down even if this fight doesn't go their way.
It's gonna be Blitz down in the other pass. Hunter, the play unfortunately going down that allows this to become an even numbers game again. But Mattis, some step-ups from him. Techno, take it away in the B-bomb site under wraps. But once again, it's the pressure in middle that's become a problem as Senzu stops two. And Mattis keeping it going on this B-bomb site. Heavy God and Mattis looking to close out in the 7th round to stop the Mongols from going to map point on Mirage. Blitz is arriving at the apartments, and Heavy God's looking the right way. Heavy God should have this. Goes on to Blitz. Now it's just Senzu, and he realizes there's no getting back into this round. He has no kit on his back. He retreats to top middle. He'll grab a little deagle. But we're looking at 7 rounds here for G2.
Mattis and Heavy God still able to penetrate that B-bomb site, get the bomb down, and secure it clutch. It's a little bit surprising there was no trade on Blitz. I mean, he peaked.
Sampais searching for another opening for G2. A lot of util dropping towards 9-10, but it's not going to dissuade him and force him to drop back. He stays committed. G2 all gathered at the bottom of connector. They're going to start filtering in now, but this is exactly what 9-10 wants. He's got info onto his teammates, 2 inside of Con, but will he get a chance? The shots come in from Blitz. It's a double on the Deeg, but the rest of his teammates letting him down. Senzu got nothing towards connector. The 5-7 from Mzinho falling by the wayside, and there certainly was a lot of problems, a lot of potential pitfalls, but Blitz going down should end all sort of questions that G2 might have about this defense, as Techno will retreat into the save. Going to go up and peel away with one here, Techno. But Heavy God's going to make sure that saving this op isn't going to be too easy. He's applying pressure as he walks down the stairs in the final few seconds, and Techno's going to lose it. Everything taken away. And well, G2, things are starting to go pretty well for them.
Mongols paying the price of losing that 2nd round after winning the pistol. Those were 2 nice shots from Blitz. Yeah, that was huge. You can see Mzinho knows he had that one.
Well, back to a buy, but back to an opening kill for Sampais. A wall bang, removing Blitz from that window area. And now we've got an advantage for G2 to watch unfold. Pulled back instantly from a nice flick up here from 9-10. And the game can pause.
We see this 3A lean now from the Mongols. MLBB is in a good position in connector. So let's see, seems like the G2 is going to try and hit B while he cuts off the rotation and lurks through connector. Actually, MLBB is going to be playing first on stairs.
All right, let's see what Techno can do as the defender of the B-bomb site. He's going to have Senzu coming back over. MLBB is pressuring in towards the A site. Important that MZ got that trade, but it's even more important that Techno is able to deliver something on this B bomb site. But did Mattis spot the reposition? He absolutely did. Techno gone, dropping into the bomb site, and Senzu's gonna wait here at the market. His teammate gone inside of the site, and the Mongols, it's still doable, but G2 favored to grab 9. No kit again. That's a problem for a retake, and no utility. They realize, all right, we don't have money, we don't have kits. We have to call this off.
Another really good mid-round. That's why MLBB played first. You know, he's trying to draw attention to himself, create space for his teammates to go out B, and Techno was holding abs.
Once again, in a common position, he's up on top of the wood, trying to deal with the Palace threat. Here's the util. It's coming in quick. G2 looking to hit them hard, and Mzinho missing his chance, dropping down into the fire. He's into the open, but Mattis mauls them on the entries. We've got Senzu up from triple. 1 kill here for the Mongols, and their stopping power does not exist as Mattis has arrived to the playoffs. We've got Blitz waiting, side of the smoke, denial of the bomb plant, and Heavy God, fortunately for G2, ready to punch his ticket. G2 should be tying up the scoreline now. Hunter boosted up into the window. Senzu crossing. Hunter spotted. Senzu comes back to the fight, but Hunter comfortable. Oh, he's got a second. And Hunter alongside MLBB with G2's first 3. Scoreline's going to be tied up. And from a desperate first half to a clinical second, it is G2 with a tied game, and it's just fantastic to see them arrive.
Yeah, this has been an amazing comeback in the second half from G2. You have to remember they were 9-3 down, lost the second pistol too. So from 10, the question now is whether Mattis will sniff this out from 9-10 and the Mongols. There's been no smoke in B apps. Can he tell that that's because an AWP is posted up?
9-10 awaits. Misses the shot, opens up the chance. Here comes G2, knocking at the door of the B bomb site. Can Senzu shove it in their face of 9-10? Down into the bomb site, they waterfall to their death. It is Senzu to drip feed Mongols their 12th round win. And Hunter, it has been such a stellar comeback on this T side, but G2 will fall to map point first. In the B bomb site down on his own from short. You thought 9-10 was going to be required on the initial shot, but not to be.
Now it becomes a little bit of a question for G2. You got stopped on the fast B hit. Do you roll the dice and maybe repeat? You got a lot of control though, G2. MLBB's in ladder room, so they're in good positions. Let's see if they can organize themselves for a finish.
9-10 taking a deeper angle in the apartments here. Oh, this could work out. Hunter's been spotted, but he also got vision of 9-10. Flash goes in, pressure onto the Mongolian sniper, and he goes back into the peak, and it is Mattis who stands strong. 1 minute left on the clock. Is it the call to go, knowing you've lost the AWPer on the B bomb site, but it's Senzu who has been sensational. And once again, he's trying to hold down this B bomb site, but this time it is Mattis moving forward, and Blitz has to plug the gap, and the in-game leader fires off 3. It's Heavy God 1v2. Can he hit hard? 44 seconds, there's time to breathe. But the problem is the bomb is not on his back, and the Mongols have arrived. Marching, moseying on back in, but it's Heavy God to try and clutch up, but he just can't do it. Techno secures the map. Mongols make it happen on Mirage, but we need... Taking the time to get down mid. They're at the doors, so straight through the lower tunnels already.
Yeah, the fact that Mattis is outside B from the get-go is signaling a B split, and Mongols in position for this.
It's going to be quite early on into the round that they'll be pushing through the doors. Great flash to come through. Blitz had the turn. Senzu is going to fall to MLBB on the follow-up. So 2 from MLBB. Techno gets spotted, just decides, okay, well, I have to fight or die. So starts fighting. Lands the shot through the smoke onto his Mattis and takes up the tunnel's position. And that keeps Mongols within touching distance of a retake opportunity. 9-10 is going to arrive through the doors into the open. Hunter to drop him from the back of that car box. And now Techno, they know exactly where he is. Can he get the job done here, fighting on 2 fronts? And the answer to that is no. G2 will have the pistol to kick off Dust 2.
A stack with Senzu in CT spawn. And Zinho's gonna... The smoke is going to fade, and he's going to be all alone against this hit from G2.
Flashes out, and Zinho does well to take down the first. MLBB makes sure that it's a swift response as Blitz to back them up from car. He's got the scout for this one, and unfortunately for Blitz, he gets tagged by the scout and then finished off by the grenade. So unless there's a massive moment out of this MP9, Should be G2 getting into the A bomb site quite comfortably. And Mobs will ensure that. So 9-10 down, it's now Senzu and Techno. Just Techno, and a 2-0 start here for G2. And they'll also have the Eco to go up against in the next round, so it should be 3-0. And this is exactly what we're talking about, what G2 needed coming into the second map. A nice, clean 3-0 lead to kick things off.
Yeah, absolutely. To play from ahead for the first time in this series, there's a stack.
Goes in fast. Tunnels play, 2 players coming through. Senzu up from lower tunnels. And the aggression has paid off here from the CT side, but only for a short amount of time because Hunter and Mobs fighting back between them. And those 2 kills can make a big difference because Senzu is so low. But look at him, he doesn't care. He's just pushing all the way through the tunnels, all the way through T-spawn. As Mobs accelerates, but look at the bomb. Senzu's making so much noise here. Sampais is going to hear him. And it's so fortunate because Sampais is the man with a bomb on his back, and Senzu has to fall when he's making that much noise. Techno 1v3, and the bomb is coming long. And he's going to get dropped. Mobs off the top of the site. And that's the first round, well, the first buy round going the way of the G2 squad in the way they would have hoped.
Yeah, I mean, who does this in the in the first gun round, 0-3 down, you go for the upper B crunch, but that kill from Malbs was round winning. 9-10 was pretty much a heavy B execute through tunnels or perhaps a B split. Here it comes.
Right into it. It's going to be Mobs taking his own teammate out. He's just bloodthirsty here on Dust 2. Follows up with Techno and Senzu. Missed shot. Grenade's going to get him. Grenade's going to get him instead. It's Sampais. Heavy caught with a triple. All towards CT. G2 are just messing them up right now.
So really fast reaction from G2.
Yeah, and even if you get into a situation where a retake's possible for Mongols, but they've got up short. And now they cross smoke towards Cat comes out. Mobs is sent forward with it. Solo. He's been so good, so sharp. And he's caught a great timing here, but 9-10's going to go look up. And Mobs removed, so an opening kill for Mongols. And finally it's a comfortable one. They don't get traded immediately.
And Malbs had the drop on him, just couldn't connect on the head. So a man advantage for the first time, it feels like, for the Mongols. Seeing this 4v5, G2 looking like they're just going to execute A, knowing that Malbs was able to do at least some damage onto 9-10, but good utility still here. 9-10 has a smoke to block.
38 seconds, limited time. Hunter diving down into a CT again. He did this a little bit earlier in the half, but with a MAC-10, it's an AK this time, and it's all the pressure on Techno as that solo B defender. He's got to deal with a threat coming through the window, coming through the doors. They're already penetrating the bomb site, and Techno can get nothing done. Heavy got to stop him, and the Mongols are missing here on Dust 2. Can they arrive in a big way in the tunnels?
Throwing the A execute smokes, but jumping down and sort of doing a mid-hit with one player jumping down, going out mid-doors. And I don't know who was it who got the entry on Senzu, but that was a nice shot.
Oh, with all the loss bonus, at least there's some positive out of it. You got Mongols who can just keep getting a decent enough buy. Here comes Mobs. Trying to sprint out long, another opening kill here for the Mongols, but traded immediately by Heavy Guard, but stopped by Blitz. And so G2 realized they can't stay committed to that long area. Would be a death sentence to run out of that smoke. So they go back mid, but still through the smoke. Senzu this time shoots some shots, and it's going to be Mattis to go down. He might get another chance here, Senzu, as well, as Hunter is just arriving through the doorway now. It's got to be a kill. And Hunter's managed to pick it up. Not without damage, but a really important frag. And actually, if you look at the map, they've separated, again, Techno from the rest of his teammates. So if they can somehow get rid of him, that B bomb site becomes a 2v2 post-plant position. And that really didn't feel like G2 had any shot at winning this round, but they're pausing, and Hunter isn't deciding to go towards B. He's actually going over towards the long area, hoping that Sampais can make it happen alone. But 9-10's already ready for this. He's gone and missed the shot, though! Oh, Hunter. He's got a lot of time still. He's got 45 seconds, and he's just going to run back out of the longhouse and reposition into middle. Techno spotting for him. If Hunter can win this fight, then it's back on, but he can't. And finally, Mongols get their first round win.
Mongols need every single round until the end of this half. You feel like if they're going to have a chance in the second.
Oh, 9-10. Picks off mobs. Wasn't exactly the most amount of success in the previous round for G2 when they decided to go long. They're going to try it again, this time better. Mattis to remove 9-10's head, and Mzinho's in the pit. Looking to be the protector, but it's Mattis just mauling them again with a double kill. It's Techno Senzu in blitz with a 3v2 left, and G2 down a member and under a minute on the clock. There's a flank of it as well. Look at Techno, he's pushed all the way up, so he's trapped them in. They're locked at long.
45 seconds left on the clock. G2 won a 4v5 earlier. Can they win a 2v3? They're boxed in. Still a smoke, 2 Molotovs. So some utility to work with. Senzu picked up that AWP.
Timing to look away there for Senzu's allows some pies to take the angle. Now Techno starting to activate, realizing they're going to be preoccupied with the fighters on the site. So he's coming around the back, and it might just be the insurance policy here for the Mongols to guarantee a second round win here in a row. As Techno, he's going to do it. Nice little double to close out the round. Patience pays off, senses the timing. So Pius, who's not going to be happy, sitting behind utility, so he takes up. Oh, no. Oh, well, you need to land the shot if you take that commitment. As the Pius will fall, an opening fight going the way of the Mongols again. It's a huge step in the right direction of trying to get their third round. It looks like they should be getting at least one into the lower tunnels peak here as well. But a missed shot from 9-10, and Hunter is sharp on the trigger. Both offers for both teams struggling to make magic happen, but it's Techno on the double and mid with Blitz, and a whole big shutdown in favor of the Mongols, who are now finding life at the end of the half.
A lot of missed shots from him, but his teammates have his back. Vampire is also so good at the openings on Mirage.
Here comes the util. Smoke out for the CT cross. One off the left side for that B ramp. No one from G2 wanting to play through mid. It's going to be all about the tunnels push out, and it's going to be Senzu again. Another multi-kill, this time finally arriving on just 2. It's going to be 3 from Senzu, Hunter having to fight forward alone, and those 2 kills have drawn his team back into this. Mattis waits in middle, waiting to cut off the rotation. They know they haven't spotted him, but they find him in the cubby, and so it's all on Hunter as he goes back into the tunnels. And this is going to be a risky play. Hunter realizes low HP, not looking good for him, so he goes in the wraparound, he takes a risk. 9-10 and Mzinho are going to have to waste some time figuring out where he is, but Hunter in the meantime is repositioned perfectly. It's a big brain play, but there's a problem. There's going to be a defuse and he's not going to get to it. He can't get to it in time, and the risk doesn't pay off. That was always a possibility, and Hunter had to make a move on the low HP. It's a great comeback for Mongols to secure 4 at the end of the half, but I think G... Mattis has advanced himself into the tunnels, and Techno... My God, that is quick. Great opening here. T-side with the advantage. Mongols trying to move forward with it. It's Hunter getting caught on the other side of the double doors, and Mongols accelerate into what is going to be a Herculean effort from Heavy God. Needs to slam the hammer down on this B-bomb site, and he just can't do anything. G2 with nothing done in this pistol, and the Mongols are up to 5.
Mal's just trying to get a couple of kills on the exits, finds one, and that's it. So Mongols.
He's got some Pius up here on a catwalk. Going for the opener, realizing G2 desperately need a good start to the round, and he's gone and got it.
Yeah, huge. And 9-10 hasn't had the best of maps, and some Pius. This gives them an opportunity for another one, but he misses the shot. So 5v4, at least short control established for the Mongols. See the reposition for Mattis and Hunter. They're gonna go into a 3B setup. Sampai is going to hold long. Malbs in the bomb site with the M4. It's an interesting setup. Usually you see the Opper towards short.
MLB's burning a little bit. Sampai and another kill chimed in. There's just no sting to this attack for the Mongols. It's gone very slowly, and they're going to go in towards the B bomb side finish. We currently have 3 players waiting for the CT side. This is all G2, all day long. It would take a collapse of monumental proportions here for G2 to lose this round, and Mattis just isn't going to allow that to happen. So a double kill out from Carr, and we've got Senzu saving the AK-47.
Tunnels, right? If he gives up the angle whatsoever, a hugely important round. Only a deagle on 9-10, so the op advantage on the side of G2, very important on a map like Dust 2.
Pius, another great opening kill, this time on Blitz as that smoke bursts open in middle.
That's the thing, if you don't have an op and your opponents do, it really limits the way you can default, makes it more difficult to finish rounds if you don't get an opening kill somehow. Sampias has been stellar with the openings this series.
MLB's waiting on top of the pit. Here comes the swing out into the fight. MLB's to drop him. Zinho looking for a second kill on this. Great work from MLB's. And Sampias didn't even scope it up. Now he'll go for it. But Mongols, they called the timeout ahead of this round, and they really go nowhere with it. Senzu at least fighting out through the mid doors. Mattis to be dropped, but it's all over. It bombs it long. It's not enough time to do anything, and Senzu's so low in health, so he'll drop back and hold the AK-47. And we've got 10 rounds here for G2. Not only that, but the money is not in a good spot for the Mongols, so it's very likely to be 11.
Maybe a long player will try and push, and they can punish him, or he'll rotate away from that position. But Malb's just very committed, so really want to at least get that going for them. So 9-10 could buy a glass cannon, potentially.
Well, Mattis making it look easy with a multi. Okay, last bullet into the headshot as well. Very well controlled from Mattis. And a little bit of style points as he shuts down the eco. Blitz, nice reactions up for a headshot on short. I think G2 will go, okay, let's just take a breath for a second here, not let him into this. He's got 5 HP, he'll go back up to the tunnels, and you mentioned a bomb plant. Let's see if Blitz can get it. Oh my god, that was close. Well, this is Mattis controlling his spray and making sure there's a little bit of style going on in the mid-fight. He doesn't let that happen. So here we go. Mongols buying up. It's going to be Techno on a Deagle. 9-10, out long. Dead at the hands of the Heavy God. G2 with another opening kill, another 5v4 to try and convert upon. For map point this time. Hunter sends the grenade up into short. Imsinho moving forward into the site. Hunter looking to step up, but not even required because he's got Heavy God, and it's the HH combo here on the A-bomb site, shutting down the Mongols. This was their last good go of it. This was their last goodbye on Dust 2. And now they might just be saying goodbye to the second map, as G2 playing much, much better here on the second.
But G2 are approaching long control off of spawn, and he had the best one.
Well, Blitz down first. Sampias again. And the Mongols going for a B finish, an attempt to try and break through Heavy God with some pace and overwhelm him from multiple different angles. They'll do that, but the bomb is dropped at the back of the pack, and now Mongols are done. There's no way Mattis is going to allow them to come back in here. Oh, they realize, okay, we've got the bomb site, but we don't have the bomb, and now the rest of G2 getting into the tunnels to protect it. It's not just Mattis any longer. It's Hunter here as well. G2 failed to pull it into overtime on the map 1 of Mirage, but they come into Dust 2. They look confident, they look strong, and it's going to be a 13-7 win here on the second map. And they will force this quarterfinal into Ancient. Techno will take his time. but realizes this is long gone.
And G2 starting with a 8-round win streak, followed by a 7-round win streak of the Mongols. And we see 5 in a row, most likely for G2 to take us into Ancient.
Yeah, they're not letting this one go. Keeping it back, running the clock with the utility. Techno now goes into the fight, and it's Hunter to close out the map. Dust 2 goes the way of G2, and we've got this series heading to 3. Ancient. It's going to be 3 players here for Mongols to defend. First fight might just be towards Jag here with Techno on the dual Berettas. It's going to be Hunter coming out on top of that fight. Techno out of there, and G2 staying committed to head in towards the B-bomb site itself. Smokes are up. The T's have tossed them in, but they're letting them fade away by the time they get going here. It's going to be a split 3 through cave. 2 out through the ramp, and MZ is getting a little bit tired of waiting. He wants the fights to start right now, and the rotation for the Mongols coming over with extra players to try and defend this B-bomb site and prevent that bomb from even going down. And so far, the only player getting anything done here for G2 is Sampaius. And even he goes down, putting it onto Hunter. 1v2 up against Senzu in the clutch. He'll play here on the pillar. He'll go for the plant right now on default. And Senzu just out to the left side here. Hunter looking for him, searching for Senzu. And he's got away into the cave, and this is a powerful position for Hunter to have. Gonna fake the decoy to make it look like a flash, and then he's just gonna go into the peak. Senzu goes down, Hunter steps up, and G2 have the pistol. I mean, he's gonna be very sad about losing the 1v1, and it allows G2 a chance to get a good start here, but Mongols trying to make sure that they close the gap immediately. They're gonna force buy, and Blitz, he's all the way down to elbow looking for the fight early on, and MLBB has got both. How has he come away with both of the Mongolian players there? And Sampaius crushes Techno. This is a force buy for the Mongols, and it's been absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, that was a huge hold from MLBB. I think the HE did a lot of damage that he threw preemptively. Perhaps aware of display being an option for the Mongols. So a flawless round so far for G2. 9-10 probably going to try and save this FAMAS if he can.
Yep, here goes Hunter to try and stop him from going into the next round. He's unable to get it down to 9-10, but the AK, oh god, well that's whiffed as well. All right, 9-10. Unfortunately, there's just too many G2 players around, aren't they? So, yeah, surprised. What the hell happened there? And absolutely, so.
An aggressive mid-fight from Mongols in this round to open up. Left A bomb site to open, G2 taking their time. They go for a delayed mid-take.
It's gonna be Blitz walking away with that opening kill on MLBB this time. Here we go, Mongols. That's more like it. In the mid department, everybody standing tall until Blitz just falls at the end. That's a 3-1 scoreline now as Mongols, the first buy, very successful in mid.
And a decision to be made. Do we just go for a hero AK and a half buy? Do we fully invest into this round? It was very costly.
Okay. Senzu sends some bullets back, and Hunter spam, it actually cost him his life. So a 5v4 thanks to that opening kill from Senzu. Can Blitz follow up as he stays focused on this double push with his teammate? How has Madness got both? Madness to take 2 in that situation. Here comes Mzinho, his turn to try and respond. He certainly will. Just over a minute left on the clock. Mzinho going to be retreating back over towards Donut to try and get towards A because he realizes there's a gap in that A main area. MLBB and Heavy got are planning on capitalizing on it. They don't know. Mzinho's just back at Donut, but 9-10 is now at the CT cross, so it's not going to be as easy. You've got a smoke available here for Sampaius, but he's all the way back outside of B main. He can still smoke CT from here, but they're not doing that. Instead, they're using the boost. They're going to put MLBB up on top and then try and double swing Mzinho. And on default, he'll stand and take at least one headshot. MLBB to respond, and they're inside of the bomb site. Smoke goes up at the CT cross now. 9-10's already changed his position, though. He's going to play from Temple. Senzu taking initial attention away. And can that work out for 9-10 as he moves closer? Missed shot! MLBB's got dinked. It's still so chaotic, and Senzu still comes out on top. Sampaius leaps into the site, commits to the bomb plant, and comes away with it. But can he separate them into 1v1 fights? Now Molotov forces him to take a step back, and he'll go into the shroud of the smoke, but it's now faded away. 9-10 in the middle of the bomb site, stands strong enough to take the kill with the AK-47, and they've actually got Mara up on his feet.
Why isn't there a faster reaction perhaps from G2 towards A? MZ is the A anchor, he's so deep on mid. You can see that Mongols were expecting it, that's why 9-10 was posted in CT spawn with the AWP. And they're simulating an A rush, Heavy God extinguishing the smoke, throwing everything. They're going to sneak out mid.
And Blitz is ready here from the donut. He's going to wrap them up though. Blitz with a double kill. Hunter able to respond at least quite quickly as G2 stay focused on the A plate, but Enzinho shuts the door in their face. Hunter arrives out of donut. It's a last-ditch effort, and it's going to require heroics from Hunter, and he's just got to fight on too many fronts. But he's doing what he can. He's got another kill in him, but he's not ready for Techno. And from donut, just too many players, too many reinforcements, and waves of Mongol players come to shut him down.
When to go for those is the tricky part.
Techno into the B lane. He's coming away with the opening. Oh, it's followed up by Blitz. And you don't like that. You're out of the timeout. If you're G2, you had a buy and you've lost 2 players immediately with no response. Mattis at least moving out on A. He's got a little bit of space. Mzinho starting to backtrack to deal with him. But Mattis is ready to take him out. Bomb's still nowhere near him. They're all separated across the map. Some pies waiting on Hunter to come back and join him. And it's not going to arrive on the A bomb side, but so have the Mongols.
That's the problem. They only have 1 smoke. They're going to smoke CT, but players could be donut. We see Techno with aggressive play.
9-10 moves through that smoke anyway, and it's worked out very well for him. No bomb plant, no chance. Hunter 1v4 again. So 5-3 here for Mongols. As soon as the guns have come out, it's been a one-way street here for them.
Yeah, it's been extremely dominant for the side of the Mongols. You can see what the adjustment was meant to be from G2. You know, was
MLBB boosted over the top of the smoke. He'll take Blitz away. Senzu all the way down to the bottom of the B ramp, and it's a 1-for-1 trade. Not going to be all that happy about losing the opening that quickly there, G2. Hunter heading into the cave with Madison behind him. Mzinho will be quite thin on the left side. He can spam and create some vision for himself, but that works both ways. Knows his angles and finds some extra damage on Heavy God as G2 group up. What is going to be a B play. You can see Mongols changing up positions. Techno's going to take up red where Mzinho was playing. Mzinho's going to go back over towards the B-bomb site. Very low HP on the Mongols players right now. You know, Senzu 11, 22 from Mzinho, 45 for Techno. Senzu's pushed up into a main, but G2 are coming at him through Donut. He's gone all the way, you know.
And we see the position changes from Mongols, so you know, names won't matter a lot, but it doesn't seem like G2 will find any kills. They'll get the bomb site for free. They're definitely aware that the player being in A main is a possibility. You see MLBB holding for it. But the bomb goes down, so Senzu, even with that push, isn't going to be able to find anything.
Be interested to see how this goes for them. I mean, I guess the idea is just do as much damage as possible. It's not exactly a round that you expect to win with such low HP and 1 flash, but maybe the opportunity will present itself to them. Time is ticking. They still got 20 on the clock here. The MLBB's in towards Donut with 2. Should be no problems now for G2 with 3 players dug in deep into the Donut. See how many players they lose on the way out here. Senzu's going to go down with the ship. And it's going to end up being a 4th round for G2. Finally, in the gun rounds, getting it around on the board. Maximum damage.
Yeah, and much better job from G2, you know, slow it down a little bit, but it just worked for us. And it's looking like a fast B play from G2.
It's going to be real speedy. Mattis at the front. Already open up. It's going to be Mattis and Sampaius with so much success. The Mongols banged out on the B bomb side, and G2 sharpened their sword and sliced through the defenses.
It's really a classic. Your opponents take a timeout and you just call a B rush to ruin any sort of a plan that they might have had. Great entries from Mattis and Sampayas. Doesn't really matter for them to get this kill on Blitz. I mean, the Mongols have so much money. Hunter will find them anyway. And G2 with consecutive gun rounds towards the end of this first half. They go for the pace change. This is just an A fake from the side of G2. The bomb is outside B. Hunter and Mattis trying to draw as much attention to themselves as possible, but not too much movement. Senzu is alone though on the B bomb site. Techno in cave. G2 be able to get the bomb down before the rotate comes in.
MLBB moving deeper and deeper up short. It's going to be Senzu into that swing. 1-for-1 straight away here. Time ticking as that bomb is planted, but Senzu sweeping away the legs of two of the G2 post-plant defenders. 9-10 stops Sampayas, and it's Hunter alongside Mattis to try and close out this 2v3. And Hunter has to hope that this spam will connect because Mattis is so far away, and the Mongols just hold it. 7-5 as the Mongols secure the lead going into the second half. On this affair today, Senzu starting to creep up the ramp. A little bit quiet about this one. Heavy got it just out to the left side. Mattis playing from behind the bomb side, but Heavy God wants Senzu. He hunts him down. He's got the opener. Great work from Heavy God.
Yeah, must have spotted him to go for such a huge commitment. We see in the red room, Mongols finding space. Sampayas is holding the angle if they go CT, but it's a tough fight for him.
9-10 walks right into his pistol. It's going to be Blitz to walk away with the response, but one kill is not enough right now for the Mongols to feel comfortable. They need this fight to go their way. Mzinho against MLBB, because that's the bomb in A main as MLBB walks into him. The shadow advantage for Mzinho. Techno over on the other side has got himself a pick, and Blitz is flooding out of the temple down into the A bomb site, and all of a sudden G2 go from having the player advantage to being a player behind and having to retake on the other side of the map.
Had the player advantage, but didn't have the information or the map control. That's why the push comes in, but gets punished.
A retake with no utility and no kit. And now it falls to one player. It's Heavy God, who's had a very quiet third map here so far, 2-11. He's going to be pretty disappointed about his own individual performance, but suddenly strikes right back into it, but he's not ready for Techno, who's just waiting in the corner. It stays composed even though his two teammates fall. Quick charge of the Mongolian players towards A main. We've got Sampayas here to try and slow it down. He's got a smoke in hand though. It's not going to stop them. Might make things a little bit more awkward. They're just going to go through it anyway. Sampayas has only got one in the MP9. Look how far away the rest of his teammates are because they've stacked over on B. So Mongols have made the perfect call. Well, it's gone exactly as they would have wanted in terms of taking down the only defender without a kill going against them.
This helps though.
Yeah, that one kill from Heavy God opens up the conversation. They have to get a move on because there's no kit available for any of the G2 players. There's one smoke left as well, and with Mzinho taking that headshot on MLBB, it has weakened this retake attempt. Senzu alongside 9-10 have ripped apart any chances of G2 doing anything in this round, and that force buy, that investment has fallen away completely. And this is now looking very good for the Mongols to kick off the second half. Now going for a finish on the A site with Techno joining Blitz up in Donut, the rest going through A main. There's a double setup here. Hunter and MLBB, they're going to be constructing a boost at probably just the right time here. Hunter can make things a little uncomfortable, hot and heavy with that Util, but you can see he's paranoid about Donut as well. He wants to help his teammate, but can't do so with worrying about the Donut itself. And here they come. MLBB's into the site. It's Mzinho to go down. Hunter waiting in behind the tall box. And it's great work so far from the G2 defenses as Hunter steps up with a multi-kill. And just Blitz, who positioned himself so early towards Donut, but G2 get the defense organized in time to close out the round win.
Running into so much utility from the side of G2, but you could see the stark contrast already in the first gun round. You know, Mongols got mid control and had so much information, were able to apply pressure. Was something that G2 struggled with all half long. But it was.
Look how many smokes are mid. All the smokes to the T side get used instantly at the start of the round.
Yep, all of that in the B-lurk smoke to hopefully disguise what they're doing. The problem is G2 went for an aggressive play down B, so they have all the information. Mongols looks like they want to try and retake mid delayed. It does feel like G2 has too much control in this round.
And only furthering their control of it with that kill on Blitz. It'll be a last-ditch effort, one good attempt to try and thrust your way into the A bomb site. 4 players gathering at A main. We got some Pious. So it's going to be like a one-pick fallback situation here.
And only one flash for the T's.
Oh, it's a little bit uncomfortable here for Mongols. Just keep getting utility tossed at them. Not exactly clean on the boost. There's the one. And then Molt sent out to find the multi. And it's going to be 9-Tad stuck. He was the play with a Tech 9 to kick off the round, and he'll be the first to say it did not go well. He's gone down straight away as G2 getting ever closer to really finding some stretch here in the second. Mongols occupy the B lane.
Oh, look at the setup from G2. They have 4 players on the B bomb side.
And Pious is in the middle. So it comes down to this initial fight. Techno, 1-for-1. But there's still so many other players, so many other obstacles on this B side of the map that the Mongols are going to have to break through or go through. 9-10 and Techno just shut down everything as G2 started with 4 players on the B bomb site. Mongols came right at them, and there's no stopping power. No one from G2 hits back, and the Mongols at this crucial point of the game are about to get a knife kill. It's a double click, and Blitz will bring down Pious.
Exactly how they wanted to set up, or maybe the hit from the Mongols came before they could set up. And just classic Blitz. A little bit more tempered in their approach.
Heavy God going down the ramp. Is this the round where he steps up for his team? He gets caught by Flash. He gets the 1 kill and he gets away. Important dip in and out here for Heavy God. Here's Blitz's turn. He's going to lose his life, and G2 responding at least. After losing the previous round with a double opener, but Heavy God's gone back for more. And that has cost him his life and the double advantage.
Yeah, a little bit overzealous from Heavy God in a 5v3. There's no need for you to go for that play. You can just play the numbers, play the percentages. Let's see if that's enough for Mongols to find a way back into this round. Pious, aware of the fade, catches Techno, and now a tough 2v4 for 9-10 and Mzinho. There's no pressure anywhere else on the map. You can see Hunter and Malbs are both towards A. Mattis is coming too, so they need to hit some crazy shots here to make this a round.
Malbs walking out of the donut into the fight. It's going to be 9-10 on top of that one, but Hunter responding and shutting down the final 2. Super important that G2 will find this turnaround. 2 AK-47s here for Mongols, a MAC-10, a Deagle, and a Tech 9. You can see the obvious weaknesses in this. Often for the Mongols, their strength is their individuals, and Hunter makes sure to drag them into the ground. He's blinded on the double, doesn't matter. Mongols down to 3. And it's the MAC-10 and the 2 pistols left. On Mirage to kick off the quarterfinals. G2 needed every single round of regulation. They just missed out on overtime. They don't want to let this one go to 12 for Mongols. They still have a chance to win it in regulation.
Senzu showed himself on B. Mzinho used his nades on mid. So G2 in a 4v3, a little bit in the dark about where it is that the Mongols want to finish this round. That's why they're re-aggressing bottom banana. They need some information back. And if Mongols is quick about it, it's all on Malbs alone in the bomb site.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of utility. There's no utility for a retake. So this is This could get a little messy here for G2. MongolZ, they're looking the wrong way at the wrong time. Nearly goes down to Senzu. Heavy God dies at heaven. All of a sudden, the Mongols are 3v3. And remember, these were 3 weak weapons. They picked up the AKs off the ground, and they have found themselves into a position of power on the A bomb site. This is for 12. This is for series point. And Sampaius and Hunter, they have to call it off.
Fight. That to find the openings, an amazing round from Senzu. How is he aware of Heavy God once he has the fight with Valves? I'm not sure, but...
Well, this is how it started. Hunter taking down 2 in the B lane. Such an advantage, and yeah, fantastic work from Senzu. If G2 won another game in Belgrade, they've got to be perfect to pull it back. There was high expectations off them, off the back of a London win. But the wind in their sails might just be forced out by the Mongols. MongolZ goes down after 1. A second shot through the smoke! And Hunter's time playing in his home country might just be cut short. He's down by Blitz. Mattis to respond. And there's 2 players at red right now for the Mongols with a bomb waiting outside of the B doors. Zinho will go pause. He will go silent. He will let 9-10 and Blitz make their moves, and Heavy God will be toppled, Mattis will fall, and we have got the Mongols once again on their global tour, displaying their dominance on the individual front. It is Sampaius 1v3, but this one feels done. He goes into the open, but it is the Mongols that will rage on into the semi-finals. G2, a disappointing quarterfinals exit. From London to Belgrade, it will not be a second win.